cause us to open up, cause us to open up our hearts. And may your light cause us to shine so bright that we bring hope into the dark.
Hi, Evensong family, and welcome to Saturday Night Worship. If you're from the larger St. Andrew community, we are so glad that you're here with us. It is such a gift to get to share with you all tonight. We have incredible music by Justin, and then we will pray together, and we have a special video for you just to honor some healthcare workers in our community. And then I also just want to share a couple of things. And so here are some things going on. First, last week, Easter was so special to me to get to so connect with you all online. So we're so glad that you were here worshiping with us. It was so weird to not be together, but I hope that you had a wonderful Easter, and your first week of Eastertide was beautiful and joyful and had some big celebrations in the midst of a chaotic little world. We are still working on resurrecting our city. We launched it last week, and now here's some updates. The Big Serve is officially canceled. Our partner organizations aren't allowing volunteers in right now, just to protect themselves and the people that they serve and all of you. And so we are transitioning the Big Serve into Resurrect Our City, and we are so excited about that. We are going to have several projects that I'm working on finalizing information for right now. But you can go to gostandrew.com/resurrect today, and you can see the three that we've been talking about. So the first one is that your financial gifts help us do incredible work out in the community and within St. Andrew. And so thank you for continuing to provide those gifts. The second is food. Our food donations are so important and so incredibly needed. So you can go to that website to learn more about what our focus is each week and when our no contact drop-offs are. They're generally Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's weather dependent, so make sure you check our website before you arrive. And then lastly, our blood donation. We are finalizing dates for you to donate blood, and the need for blood is always on the rise. We always need blood, but now more than ever, it's incredibly important. And so we would love for you to go there, sign up. If it's your first time or if you donate frequently, that's okay. We will be in touch when we have our dates finalized. And with that, I just want to take a second to share with you. And so if you could just take a deep breath in. It has been a week. It's been a couple of weeks. I keep seeing things online that are like, this month has been the longest year, and I'm like, no joke. But I got to read this incredible book over the last week called There I Am, and I wrote about it in our Evensong email a little bit, and I've shared a little bit about Ruthie, the author's life before, and how she got in a horrific accident. She was hit by an ambulance going 65 miles an hour, and she was given a 5% chance of surviving and a 10% chance of walking if she did survive. And she wrote this beautiful story of her journey, just navigating the recovery from that, and then the addiction to pain medication, and broken relationships and hurting people in her life, and then the community that just surrounded her and loved her through this. And it was one of the most beautiful books I've read this year, and I hope that you'll grab it and you'll read it too. But there were a couple things that felt really important, and I was like highlighting my way through it. And the quote that I want to share with you is this: when fear shows up, I say, hello fear, thank you for coming here and trying to protect me. I'm gonna buckle you in for the ride, but love is driving this bus. What I love about that is that she honors the emotion that she's feeling. She's honoring that fear is there, but she's not giving it a loud voice, and she's not gonna let it drive the way that she's acting or the way that she's feeling. She's gonna let love do that, because she knows that she can gift love and she can receive love, right? And we all can, and that's a gift. And so I hear a lot right now that we are feeling lonely, or we're feeling frustrated with the people that we share space with, or that we're anxious or stressed or sad. And or joyful and loving this time. And so it's this wide range of emotions, and sometimes it's all of it in one day, right? I felt all of it. When the snow started falling on Monday, I just thought, what now? Like, what do we do now? We can't go outside. We're literally stuck. And we have all of this stuff that has to get done, right? Like we have to do online school. I have emails, I have to check all of these things. And so I just felt all of my anxiousness around it kind of building inside of me. And then when I stopped and I thought, I don't have to do all of this. Like, what are the things that I can let go of? It was freeing for me. And so I was able to honor the thing that I was feeling and then say, nope, I'm going to steer the car this way, right? I'm going to lead with love. And so that means that I look at my people, I look at my kids, and I say, maybe it just doesn't all happen today. And that's okay. And so it's giving myself permission to feel the anxiousness, feel the grief of just the loss of kind of our routine and the things that we know and love. And then also being able to say, I can choose something different. I can steer the ship differently. And that's really hard. I know that it's really hard. And so whatever you're feeling, what I want you to know is that it's valid. I want you to know that you can feel all the things in 1 hour. You can feel all the things in one day. And you can honor those feelings, because fear is information, and anxiousness is information, and grief is information. But we have to reframe and reimagine what's going to lead us and what we can take. And sometimes we can't do it. Sometimes we can't do it on that day. Sometimes we can't make that pivot to say, nope, I'm going to lead with joy, right? Joy is going to drive my bus today. Love is going to drive my bus today. We can't do it. Sometimes we can't, and that's okay. We have to listen to the information that we have, but we have to be able to say, you get a back seat today. You get to sit back here, and I want to place this other emotion in the driver's seat and try to lean into that. And so I hope that while you are navigating where each emotion sits in your bus or at your table, that you are able to say or work through the emotions that have the loudest voice, right? I hope that you're able to say, I know that I am loved. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm important. And I know that each emotion is telling me something, so that you can move forward in a way that feels good for you and feels hopeful for you. And that's really hard. And not everyone can do it all the time. I can't do it all the time. And sometimes we have to get help to get the tools in our toolbox to do that. And that's a gift too, is knowing when to ask for help and knowing that it's okay to ask for help, because you are worth getting help. You are worth having people in your pocket that can say, maybe you need someone that can reflect this back to you differently, or somebody that can put love in the driver's seat for you and alongside of you. And get in the bus with you and ride the ride. And so my hope for you this week is that you can identify the people that will walk alongside you and not feel like they have to lead you, right? They can reflect back, and they can share love and hope, and they can share grief, but they're not pushing you to get to someplace. They're saying, hey, I'm right here with you. I'm walking with you. And I hope that you know that we are walking with you, and that we deeply love you, and we deeply care about you. And as we get to the other side, we get to reimagine what our buses look like, what our communities look like, what our world looks like. And so our hope with Resurrect Our City, and our hope just being in community with you, is that you will help us reimagine what's next. And I think that changes every week sometimes, and that's okay too, because it's going to take time to rebuild. It's going to take time for us to say, these are the really important things. These are the things that I know that I love and I value, and I can lean into those things. And these are the things that are going to drive me forward. And here are the things that maybe just go in the trunk, or maybe go in the back seat. And then when I have time or energy for it, then I can pull those out. But I don't have to do everything. Community is important. People are important. We belong to each other. And we will belong to each other on the other side of this. And so know that you are loved and you are worthy. And if you need help, that's okay. We hope that you reach out to get help. The last thing I want to share for you from this book, and I love it so much because it was on so many pages throughout the 300 pages in it. And it's just that she writes, "You are not broken. You are whole. Healing and hope are for you. A full and joyful life is for you." So we are so glad you're here. The world is better because you're in it. And so I hope that you have a wonderful week, and we're here if you need us, so reach out. So will you all pray this Eastertide prayer with me? Creator, we thank you for creating each of us in your holy image. May we seek to find you in the face of our loved ones, our friends, our acquaintances, and in the face of strangers. May you continue to work and create us anew, knowing that the road continues. Amen. Bye, friends.
Hi, I'm Juliana, and I'm an ER physician and also someone who contracted COVID on the job, was sick, now recovered and back to work. If I had to sum up all of my thoughts and experiences right now in terms of work, family, and faith, I would say, unfortunately, anxiety, fear, and exhaustion are the prevalent themes. Most healthcare workers are experiencing those themes. There's anxiety about contracting the virus, about bringing it home to your family, and about an inability to do what you need to do for your patients, partly because we don't fully understand COVID. Also, there's difficulty in watching these patients be alone, as COVID protocols prevent us from allowing visitors in with the patient, and that can often bring a lot of emotional distress and sadness, both for staff as well as the patient. In terms of my family, we've had the anxiety over my illness and whether anyone else would get it, all kinds of crazy protocols of me trying to disinfect when I come home from work to not infect people in my family. And then extended family suffering, economic hardship with all of the things going on. My faith has been a roller coaster as well through all of this. In the beginning, I leaned on my faith, utilizing prayer daily to bring me comfort. When I became sick, I became angry and had some angsty conversations with God, but then again resorted to prayer and scripture and would actually visualize God holding me in his hand, protecting me and keeping me safe. And this helped to bring some comfort. I still at times feel despair, and part of this is because while I was recovering, one of my good friends passed away from COVID. He was the first ER physician in America to die from COVID, and that stirred up some more anger and despair towards God and has tested my faith a bit. Now that I'm back to work, I'm using my faith to try to cope with anxiety. I'm saying the same mantra that I always said before I had the whole COVID experience, and that is, Lord, give me eyes to see, ears to hear, a heart that cares, skills to fix the problem, knowledge to apply the skills. And now, in addition to my mantra, I try to picture Jesus, and I think of him as the great physician, and I try to go that extra step with extra empathy and compassion to bring my patients peace, since often we can't fix the problem medically, and often they're scared and frightened because they're alone and don't have family members there with them. It's my hope that when this is over, we will have a new appreciation for the power of love, kindness, and community. And I hope, as I continue to work through my relationship with God, that I will see even more how God did carry me and provide me with blessings and goodness through this time.